But I wonder at what point do Liquid start to get down themselves? You know, think back to Inferno. After their astonishing win on Dust 2, that was just so one-sided. And a completely different team showed up, and I don't know, it looked like they weren't even there to play at some points as you saw them on your screens before. Hopefully that kind of mentality does just change here on this map. Because obviously you don't want to have to play tomorrow, get the extra day off. They already talked before, I think it was Stewie, being interviewed by Sedikis, talking about how they have some things they still want to work on.
Yeah.
Having a day off to do that would be perfect, especially when you want to bounce back after the major and have a big victory under your belt. This would be the perfect time to do it. Likewise for G2, the day off could give them a lot of things to work on. Review their VODs, look at what's happened, try to improve into the playoff stage. So it's a very important game, I think, for both these two teams.
Yeah, for sure. Either way, it's an extra day of practice and the time to relax and watch over what went right, what went wrong. But at the moment, well, Team Liquid still sit within the driver's seat, although it has been 5 rounds in a row now for G2. This is where the buys start to come back in. Double AWP setup invested into fairly early within this half. Stewie picking up the secondary. Hasn't quite had the same level of dominance we saw from him on the first map, Dust 2. Hard to keep that level of dominance up, of course. Nitro's still going to be looking for this early pick, and Elise actually trying to sneak around the edge. He's going to actually find that first kill and manage to drop the bomb as well. 45 seconds left, and what did the T's even do to react here?
Just hope that Kenny can hit a shot. But there's not really a shot position he was holding. Sitting far back on long. 20 seconds left to go. Oh, that incendiary grenade is going to just stall for so much time. Smokes to be used, actually have to push through it. 15 seconds left. Finally, they do get in towards the site, but again, Alicia's locked down toilet. Stewie takes down Kenny, and now Jack's just trying to save the AWP with 5 seconds left to go. He's going to be flanked in from behind. He's going to fall. After time as well would be even more devastating.
Oh, no.
And there you go. Jack's down on 2,500, and finally Liquid able to stop the rot and get their 13th round on the board.
Yeah, and the worrying prospect is I'm pretty sure Jax was the one with the least amount of cash as well. So going forward into this buy round, he might be left with a Mac 10, which who knows, that could be something that they look to utilize with an aggressive play in towards the B side. But they have to break back soon. This is an unusual scenario where the first half was so dominant by Liquid that you don't really get that extra lifeline. You don't get that chance to make a mistake or two. If they lose this one, money is wrecked and they're pretty much screwed. That's game over. So it has to be now, and they are going to attempt that fast speed play. It's actually Kenny going to be leading the way. Goes in with that AWP shot, missed, but Amanek manages to find 2. Lucky has also got another. This is looking possible until Elise just shuts it down. 14 on the board now for Liquid, and well, I'm sure you can have a look at the finances, Jason. I'm guessing they're not good.
You guessed right, Tom. Good job. This effort I put in for this, by the way, to turn my head around to see the monitor behind me. All for you.
Which sounds really weird to anybody watching at home. We for some reason have monitors behind us, but
yeah.
It's an interesting setup.
We made this room our own.
Yeah, this is through our own fault, not anyone else's, but you know, we like a challenge.
Well, 14-8. Team Liquid seemed to like a challenge as they lost Inferno. And G2 are giving it to him, to be honest. There was a good streak of rounds they're able to put up on the board. Hopefully it hasn't come to an end, though, as Naf is just going to spray them down. Gets 2. Able to recover the M4. And Kenny has head armor as well, so not a bad pickup for him. But again, he's got all the utility besides the one flash out of Keo, which Keo does get a kill into a Liege, so that's a gun he should be able to pick up. An SG, so it's looking like more realistic for G2 to actually take this round. It's down to a 3-on-3. 2 players located in the same position here. A little bit of luck can go a long way if they can just connect onto one of these 2 players.
The problem is you're not going to expect both. Even if they somehow, by a miracle, get twisted on the other side of the door, who's going to be expecting Stewie? There's a long rotation coming back around from Keo, which maybe there's a chance there, and they are just going to wait patiently. It is all going to come down to timing, but I think the second Lucky opens that door, he should be dead. They know he's coming. Perfect position for a twist, but it is just going to be a trade. There's no way he expects Stewie to be in that corner, and that's the bomb dropped, and he gets the second kill as well. A much better performance from him. 19-14 on the scoreboard, and more importantly, 15 rounds now on the board.
One left to go. And G2, if they had any energy left, they have to summon it right now. Problem is, they don't have much to buy with Omnic on 4,400, Kenny S on 3K. What do you do here, Tom? Do you just barrel into a site, hope you get lucky and get some momentum off that? Do you play slow where it seems like Liquid have been able to get their number?
Personally, I think you just go for a Hail Mary play. It's more predictable, though. That's the only problem. Liquid are probably going to be reading the economy quite well. I've taken a pause on the other side as well, just to have a talk over. So yeah, after a pause as well, you normally expect some sort of ridiculously aggressive play. I wouldn't mind seeing them try to utilize the connector a little bit more in the early rounds and maybe just try and burst it that way. But the thing is, it's not the worst purchase in the world. Sure, Kenny doesn't have a gun, which is always going to be a problem, especially when he's the top fragger on your team. By the looks of it, they're just going to attempt to fight into middle instead.
Well, they did avoid a lot of the early damage thrown out by the grenades at Team Liquid. But still, they're running into the op out of Nitro. You got a Liege, I believe that is going over towards Long to help support him, help give an exit route for him to use. Actually, not both players basically be committed into the bathrooms. You can see the tension this round. Could get Team Liquid through to a day off. Could get G2 back on the grind to tie things up to throw it to overtime. Even though it's still a long road ahead of them.
This is such a risk being thrown in by Liquid. They didn't rotate anybody extra over. They're just relying on Stewie to hold B on his own. Nitro seems so close to being able to find a pick, but just not quite there, hoping that somebody walks into his crosshair. Now, they could potentially have a fast flank, but they're still solely reliant on Stewie just holding down this site on his own. A singular flashbang being expended gives him a little bit of extra vision, but that will be everything he has to expend. The rotation comes back in at least another flashbang thrown out by the CT side, just trying to get that clock a little bit lower, but Kenny gets the entry. It's left onto Stewie to try and hold on, and Jax just removes his head. There should be no chance, but they dropped the bomb. That could be it. They need to get on it very quickly indeed, trying to defend it off. I don't think they have enough time. Nitro might have just done it on his own. He closes out the map by dropping the bomb right at the end. What a fantastic round and a fantastic map from him. Unbelievable.
You talked about the quick rotate, the quick flank coming through, and you know what? The flank worked.
But here